So you know what's crazy to me is that 25% of people say that they're not living up to their creative potential. That's a really high number, and I'm a little concerned about that. When I was a new creative, I think the biggest thing that helped me stay away from that was just being confident in your work. I think a lot of people where they go wrong is where they feel like they're not creative is because they're focusing on the wrong things. They're focusing more on about the views, about how the camera looks, the quality, and they're not having fun and they're making it more work than it needs to be. I think it's important to focus on creating a frequency that's best for you, not from what everybody else says and what's best for the algorithm. It's easy to compare, and it's really easy to compare others who are doing better than you, have more views than you, have more subscribers, have more creativity, more comments. The list goes on, and it's very easy to see all the negatives. But what's important for you is to see the positive. You're making videos, and you're learning a lot, and that's the best part about being a creator, and somebody who's new in it or somebody who's been doing it for a really long time. I think if there's something that's helped me out with this, it's just having a community who can support you.
What's going on? Yes, my name's Duncan Smith, and I've been a creative. I would say seriously pursuing the creative field since 2017. So I think it's close to 7 years now, which is weird too. But it was a real struggle of I would say 2.5 years of just hating anything I made. I was like, this is terrible, this is awful. I didn't know anyone who did it either. And so it was definitely a long process of even discovering that I could actually do this at all and anyone would like it. So I'd say that was also a long process too, and I didn't really have anyone though sort of guiding me on learn this, and that sort of thing. So yeah, I was just trial and error for years. I was just trying to figure out how to do this thing. I think having a creative mind was the one thing that I was sort of okay, I know I've always been creative. I've always had a big imagination. And so I think that was always something I'd lean on. I was like, okay, but I think I can just keep spending time and eventually figure out how to make a shot look good, or how to edit something so it works. So I think that for me, that was one of the areas where I think some of the confidence came from, just to keep trying it, even when it was, terrible for the first few years, So I think that was definitely a big part of it.
What's going on, everybody? So today,
What is going on, everybody? It's good to see you guys. It's been quite some time. But
so if you're like me, you have great ideas.
I think there were a few moments when I felt the same way. I wanted to give up, and I was always comparing myself to the next person who was doing 10 times better than me. I feel like if there's something that really helped me out, it's just not feeling like I need to level up every time. We don't always have to strive to be the best of everything, and sometimes it's okay to fail and feel like you're not succeeding, but it takes a lot of patience and dedication to where we need to get. I think the first thing that you need to do is just take a step back. Take a step back from all the work that you're doing, all the things that might feel draining, and start with the things that are most important. What a better way to do that is just to get outside and go explore nature, go hang out with some friends. Reflecting is going to be most important because you need to figure out what was draining you and what wasn't draining you. Is it because you're on social media too much comparing yourself? Or is it because you're working too hard, long hours, and you're not feeling like you're getting the results that you want? And then once you figure that out, you need to have implementation. It means adding those things back that feel more important to you. If you jump in too quick, you might burn out again. And even after, you still might not get the results you want, but it's going to take a lot of patience. And patience is the most important part of this all. With any new skill, anything that's good takes a really long time. So don't be discouraged if you don't see the results that you want every time. If there's anything that I've learned in the last 3 years of making videos, is that you need to be authentically you. Being you is the most important part, and that's the only way people are going to find your content enjoyable. And it's so important that you just stay focused in your identity and your purpose and who you're made to be. I think anything for me is that I found my purpose in God, and that's helped me out a lot with this in my journey. And He's given me reasons to continue to pursue creating content and to give advice to others on why it's important to not burn yourself out. This view is crazy. I'm not even gonna lie, this view is something else today. And it's really cool to just get out and just talk about something, and it's just to go out and explore and really change out your environment. One of the things that I used to do is when I was burnt out, I'd go explore new places, I'd hang out with friends, whatever it is, but that's what helped me out a lot. It's just that sometimes you just gotta make time for other things in life, and that'll really help you spark creativity. I think the biggest thing that I've learned is that comparison is a thief of joy, and you have to be really patient. There will always be moments where you're gonna have a lot of highs and lows, but that's the importance of being a creator, is that you're gonna have a lot of moments where you're gonna be doubting, questioning, and feeling super insecure, but on the other side, there's something that's really exciting, and that's where you start to see success. As long as you continue to be your authentic self, it's gonna work out. But still work hard. I'm not saying to be lazy here. Truthfully, we don't have it all figured out, and you shouldn't feel like you need to be in a rush to figure it out either. Whether if you're a new creative, somebody who's been doing this for a really long time, you got this and you have to be patient. Well, that's it for today. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.